From scandals and corruption to insecurity and industrial dispute in Nigeria's university system, the country had them all in year 2013. My name is Abdulwasi Hassan from dailytrust.info with thoughts of analysts on the issues that shaped the outgoing year.
Cover up a massive indolence by the Nigerian population for not fighting for what is just, what is fair, and what is right for the nation and the future generation. So there is, to me, there's nothing unusual about that particular case of corruption. We've heard about the pen scam. Yes. We've heard about the oil scam. We've heard about oil thefts. We have heard about, before that, Adipoti, Siemens. I mean, it's never ending. So to me, it is just another case of the situation, the horrible situation in which we find ourselves with regard to corruption, money laundering, and related offenses.
Nigeria as a country is not only sick, but equally suffers from what I call a dreadful congenital abnormality. Nigeria is suffering from very massive corruption, and in the history of this country, we've never had it so bad. This government of Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan is the most corrupt in the history of Nigeria. It's sad, but that is a fact. Nigeria is in perilous times, in times of opprobrium and obloquy, in times of vicissitude and vacillation, and unfortunately this particular government romances corruption, promotes corruption, embraces corruption, and corruption is now with impunity.
To some, corruption thrived in 2013 because of the promotion of the individual above the whole, while some laid the blame for corruption squarely on leadership.
Basically, what I want to say is the fact that Nigeria, as we speak today, is not a country that is ready to tackle corruption.
We have written petitions to all the anti-graft agencies. We have carried out 82 protests put together against different corrupt practices by officers and public personalities in government. But as I speak to you, none of them have seen the light of the day.
Well, it's one of the major problems that our anti-corruption agencies have been beset with since they were established, even in the days of the President Olusegun Obasanjo administration, is that of selective justice. And it is our belief that everywhere where selective justice is being practiced, it is worse than the presence of injustice in the first place.
We have written petitions against the former governor of Kogi State and so many other governors. We have protested and submitted petition against the minister of the Niger Delta. We have written against the minister of aviation. We have written against the minister of petroleum and a host of other ministers and other government officers. But as I speak to you, none of them, since the inception of President Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan, not one politically exposed person have been prosecuted and jailed.
You see? But the government says it is winning the war against insecurity.
Yes. General Muhammadu Buhari, who unfortunately is misunderstood by so many Nigerians and unjustly hated by so many Nigerians, condemned in very strong terms the reaction of the Director General of the State Security Services when the DGSSS said he has left those who slaughtered men and personnel of the SSS to God and for God, that he has left them for the judgment of God. Muhammadu Buhari said, it does appear that the DG of SSS does not know what he is doing. Nigerians were killed, police officers, SSS personnel. Nobody was arrested. Rather, the head of a sensitive security agency like the DSS or SSS as they are popularly called came out to say these people were being left for the judgment of God. That's a dangerous sign which will encourage other people to take the laws into their hands and slaughter other Nigerians.
You are, however Adenuga you are, however President Jonathan Obasanjo you are, you cannot consume more than 2 naira. And however poor you are, you must not consume less than 10 kobo.
Yes.
Now, which society is likely to know peace?
The second society.
Which society is likely to know progress? Which society is likely to be more disciplined?
After the resolution of FG ASU disputes, Nigeria's season of letter took over headlines. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo wrote the present president, accusing him of being sectional. That letter generated at least 2 letters that commentators find interesting.
First, I will tell you that I am not taken in by those letters. What I mean by I'm not taking in is that it does not excite me, it does not impress me, it does not add anything to the other for me, because they are just manifestations of the shenanigans of the ruling elites.
The truth of the matter is that many people are saying Obasanjo is not the right person to say this, this is not the right person to say that, but who is the right person? So, what I am interested in is the message. The messenger is important, but you can't throw away the bathwater with the baby. We must examine what President Obasanjo is saying.
As for between Obasanjo and Jonathan, Obasanjo has a right, like any other Nigerian, to write a letter. So those who are saying that the man should be arrested, should be investigated, they are just partisan politicians.
And finally, I will say that my advice to Mr. President is that, Mr. President, when you see a snake, kill it. Don't set up a committee to investigate or find out if it was a snake or a lizard.
As we move into year 2014, which is just a year before the general election, hook up with Daily Trust on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more videos, investigative stories, in-depth news and analysis, and breaking news. On behalf of the online team of Daily Trust, I wish you a happy and a prosperous new year.